Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 4, Episode 3. If you can't jump, you plunge. That's the name, funny name of the episode. We got a lot to discuss, y'all. In this episode, I have a lot to say on these couples. We now met all the couples now that are going to be on this season. And man, I'm just head scratching. So I'm gonna start. Right now. I'm gonna start simple. I'm gonna start with Chris and Jamie. So Chris, as we know, she's from Alabama, and this is her first real relationship, serious relationship with a woman, and she moved to Columbia to be with Jamie, who's 10 years younger than her. So this episode, Jamie and Chris finally meet. Chris finally made it to Columbia, and they finally meet. And, they had that, that little airport love and the car ride love and everything. It was revealed that Chris had asked Jamie to get a new apartment. And so Jamie got a new apartment, but she didn't tell Chris about what the apartment looked like. She didn't show her any pictures or videos of what the apartment was. So, and she just signed everything without any consideration. Now they get to the apartment, and Jamie has all these balloons up there for Chris and everything, and they just get right to it, if you know what I mean. The apartment wasn't that bad. It looked actually pretty nice. It looked manageable. They go into the bedroom, and they had these pillows. Jamie had gotten these pillows that looked like, woman. y'all know what I mean. They had these like kind of like boob type pillows. I thought it was kind of interesting, and but is whatever floats their boat. And then they're all excited, and Chris warned Jamie, like, I do have narcolepsy. I do have night tears, so if you see me feel me kicking and punching and everything, like that's what it is and everything. And Jamie didn't say nothing about that, but we'll see how that plays out. So they had their nice little romantic evening and everything, and they kicked the camera crew out, and that was all we've seen of them. I'm glad they're off to a good start, but something tells me that it's gonna hit the fan really soon. So yeah. The next couple I want to talk is Jen and Rishi. Now, 2 weeks ago when we last saw Jen, she was telling her friends that tried to catfish Rishi. They were like, why is he talking to another girl? Why is he answering my messages and everything? And, Jen was just being naive and like, oh, it's nothing, anything. Well, in this episode, Jen she gets on the airplane to fly to India to be with Rishi. She gets to the airport, and she's still like 6 hours away from where Rishi lives, so she had to crash at a hotel, and then she said she's going to finish the journey the next day. On this episode, we also met Rishi, and their storyline right now is that Rishi has not told his family about how close him and Jen are, and now Rishi's family is planning a arranged marriage for him. And I guess Rishi's sister is in an arranged marriage, and I guess like she's doing okay with it seemed like. But now they're going to try to do the same thing for Rishi. Now it's the time to come clean, Rishi, because now we're in another Ginny and Submit type situation right now. I think Rishi is just going to be really scared of his parents. I know in Indian culture, like, it's really important to get the parents' blessing and everything. But lies is just only going to make it worse. Not being truthful and being honest about what's going on is just going to make everything worse. And you're going to put yourself in a really, really bad situation if you don't come clean. I'm just saying. So, that's what we see now that Jen and Rishi, but I don't know. I feel like this might be a train wreck ready to happen as well. Speaking of train wreck, we got introduced to a new couple in this episode. We got introduced to a lovely young lady at age 67 years old named Debbie. Now, she's young. She's a few years younger than Colt's mom, Debbie. But, you know, Colt's mom, Debbie, is the #1 Debbie in 90 Day Universe. So, I mean, I'm just saying that. Colt's mom, Debbie, is #1. But we got a new Debbie. We got a new Debbie on the horizon right now. And she, in this episode, we got introduced to her. She has like an antique shop and everything. Like she has like a lot of antiques and everything. She says she's been married twice. Her first marriage lasted 4 years, and then her second marriage lasted 23 years. And she has 2 kids. She has a boy and a girl. And after her second marriage failed, she was single for 12 years until she met Usama. Now, Usama is from Morocco, and he is 24 years old. I guess he had comment on. She also like posts like a lot of art stuff online, and he commented on one of her art, and they just like hit it off. And yeah, she's been to Morocco a few times, and you know, he was just like, you know, she told him at first, like, I can't do this. You are way too young for me. And I guess he reassured her that age is just a number. And he, like, gave her some love that she had never felt before from any other person. So she said she'll go along with it. So in this episode, we also get introduced to Debbie's son, Julian. And Julian is not happy that his mom is moving to Morocco to be with Osama. He thinks that, I guess Julian is a cop and everything. I guess in Debbie's previous marriage and her second marriage, like her ex-husband was always on the go, always traveling for work and doing extra trips, and she hired a private detective to follow him and caught him cheating with another girl in another country. So, so I understand why she was single for 12 years after that experience. But her son is a cop and everything, and her son is just like, I don't like him. Like, he's probably scamming you. He's probably using you. And Debbie was just like, he has not asked me for money. He has not asked me for money. We're like, not yet. You can just play in the game. Like, I don't trust this. He's too young and everything. It's just ridiculous. Like, you know, he loves his mom, but dang. So I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. I mean, we are officially got the biggest age gap relationship in the 90-day history at 43 years apart. You know, in Pillow Talk, we had Kimberly and Jamal on Pillow Talk, and Kimberly was like, man, I thought me and Usman were about at 18. Guess not. Kenny and Armando, they're 20-something, 28 years apart or something like that. Not that bad. Not that bad, you know, so, like, it's just, like, this is going to be good. Jenny and Cement, they're 30 years apart. and now, Debbie and Osama, 43 years, a 43-year age gap. I have never seen that. I haven't even seen that with an older man and a young girl. I have not even seen that that big. So I'm curious to see how this goes. I'm pulling for Debbie. She looks like she's been through a lot. She doesn't look her age. She looks really good for 67. I'm pulling for her. I'm really pulling for her. So yeah, we got introduced to the next couple I'm going to talk is Gabriel and Isabel. Now, this episode, Gabriel packs up and he leaves for Colombia. Now, we all know with Gabriel, he is trans. He has gotten all his surgeries done to be a full man and stuff. Their storyline is Isabel's parents going to accept them so they can get married and everything. Now, this episode, Gabe packs up his stuff and goes. Him and his sister had like a car ride there and said, like, what are you going to do? Like, we can't get to you. Like, what's going to happen? Like, you know, like, and his sister, Monica, was like, if she's really going to take care of you, then I'm happy for you. But if not, like we're going to be on that, you know. And I think, you know, Isabel seems like she's pretty legit. I don't think she's scamming him or going to use him or anything. I think she's in it for the right reasons. And so I'm pulling for them. I'm pulling for them. And, you know, Gabe's sister was like, we're never going to see you again. And Gabe was like, you acting like you're never going to see me again for the rest of my life. I'll be back and forth home and stuff to visit. Y'all could come down, basically, and that and everything. It's going to be okay. And so that was that. Isabel, she met up with her friends. She had like these two male friends who are in same-sex marriages or relationships, and she said she could get the best advice from them. And they talked about him. She met up with them, and they talked about him being trans and everything. And they talked about their sex life. And they asked, like, how, you know, him being trans, like, how was y'all's intimate life? Like, was he able to produce and everything? And Isabel said, like, it just felt natural. It didn't feel any different. And everything. It wasn't weird or nothing. So, like, and then a question was asked, a little inappropriate, like, how does his, liquid, and like, how does he have like a lot of liquid? Y'all would not know what I mean when I say liquid in him. And we're just like, we don't know, but he's like, he has it. He has everything right, and it doesn't feel like he's any different. So, but you know what, as inappropriate as that conversation was, that did shed a light on certain things. Now, like, people who are trans and going through that, going through their transition, that just proves that it works. I guess it proves that it works, and you can be anybody that you want to be, really. Now, like I said, that conversation was just completely inappropriate, and it was just kind of disturbing to know, but it was kind of educational to learn that. And I'm just like, I mean, Gabe really took it serious. He really took it serious. So kudos to him. But I'm happy that Isabel accepts him for who he is and everything. And he's going to accept her daughters and everything as well. I guess Gabe did meet her friends that she hung out with on this episode before, and everything was cool. So I'm pulling for them. I'm really, really pulling for them. I'm really hoping this couple works out. Next couple that I'm kind of questioning right now is Danielle and Johan, our veteran couple. So 2 weeks ago when we last saw them, Danielle went into the butcher shop and he had flies rolling around the meat and stuff and everything. She apologized for how she acted in the butcher shop, but she was just... Now, Danielle, she wants to live in the Dominican Republic and everything. Like, she wants to get out of New York and stuff. Well, the thing is that, like, I know New York is expensive, and Johan wants to be in America. Why can't they move to, like, a cheaper area in the States? Why don't Danielle just apply for her spousal visa so he could come to America and they can move to a different, less expensive area? We got 50 states here in America. New York is just not the whole country. But she wants to live on the beach and the beach life in the DR. This episode, Danielle and Johan, they go apartment hunting, and Danielle says she wants a really nice apartment at a fair price and everything. So they go to this really, really nice apartment. It had nice furniture, great, like, running water, clean bathrooms. They had a swimming pool in it. It was one of them luxurious apartments. And it was basically like $2,000 a month. And I'm just like, $2,000 a month, man. If I can't afford that here in America, what makes you think I'm going to afford that in the DR? But the apartment hunting, it looked really good. It looked really nice. Like, and I was really surprised compared to where Johan lives, where he has to shower with the bucket and stuff. That is pretty, it was pretty cool. Danielle can afford that, but, like, obviously she's married, and Johan needs to help. So she asked Johan, like, how are you gonna help me with rent? And he was like, I could give you $90. Like, $90? That ain't gonna do nothing, especially for a $2,000 apartment and everything. And you eat $90 worth of breakfast, basically. So then she was like, well, can you cook? Can you clean? And Johan was like, well, that's the woman's job. So now we're in that debate of the woman's in charge of cooking and cleaning, the men work, blah blah blah. But Danielle's not like that. It's kind of like Angela. Everybody's equal. Everybody got to work. Everybody's cooking and cleaning. There ain't one person doing it, this and that. Now Danielle had made a comment that kind of made me mad. She said that it's just like told him that she said this: "You are my wife," out of anger and out of just frustration. Now, I understand her frustration. I understand how she's feeling right now, but that was completely out of line for her to say that. She even said this. I caught this. I don't think anybody else that caught this. She was like, "You're happy when I'm happy." It doesn't go like that. It's supposed to be I'm happy when I see you happy. But she said it the other way around. You're happy when I'm happy and stuff. So that right there, and I caught that, just proved to me that Danielle is really taking control of this relationship. And Johan is not saying, is not saying much and is afraid to. I get it. I've been there, done it. I'm really concerned because but the way she said, like, she said to him that you're my wife. Like, come on now, you just got married to this guy and you're trying to figure everything out and you're going behind his back like he thinks he has a visa process in line when he really don't and stuff, and you're gonna say you're my wife. Like what is wrong with you? And so I kind of lost a little respect for Danielle in this episode with that. She is really taking control of this relationship and not for the good. Like she's coming in hot. Like, in the Dominican Republic, yes, they do things that we wouldn't normally do here. We get that, but that's what you sign up for, and you want to live there. So you're gonna have to deal with it. Or find some kind of way to deal with it. That's how they do it in that country. Robert and Annie from season 7 of 90 Day, who are on Pillow Talk now. Annie's from the Dominican Republic, and she said, yeah, this is what they do in my country. It's just like that all around, so Danielle needs to accept that. I understand, you don't want to get sick, and I'm all for that, but show some respect to your husband. Show some respect. I'm just saying, show some respect. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And speaking of respect, I'm gonna talk about this last couple, Nicole and Mahood, or Mahood, whatever how you say his name. I am not happy with this couple. I am not happy. I'm not happy with Nicole, and I'm not happy with him. Nicole is married to Mahood. He's from Egypt. She is going back to Egypt to be with her husband. They got married. They almost got divorced. She moved back. She can't stand living in Egypt. She don't really want to go back, but she wants to be with her husband. Now, the issue is that she did convert to Islam. And that's fine. That is fine. She converted. That's fine. And in Islamic culture, they're really strict. I get it. They're really strict. And when you go over to those kind of countries, you have to hardcore respect the religion, or else you will get in trouble. Now, a lot of the debate is going on about what Nicole is wearing and stuff and whatever. Every scene I've seen her, and she dresses really classy and conservative and everything, and she dresses real nice. And she is scared. This episode, she's with her parents, and they are, they're expressing their concern about why she's going back to Egypt to be with him and stuff. She's like, I know, but I love him and stuff, whatever. It's also, I find this also odd. When she revealed this in this episode, which kind of, I was just like, what the heck? When she got married at the courthouse in Egypt to him, but they didn't have a traditional Islamic wedding. And then I guess somebody came and told them that they couldn't stay with each other, stay the night with each other, because they didn't go through with the actual Islamic wedding. So you know what they did? That same day, they crashed somebody else's wedding and got married a second time in a day at somebody else's wedding just so they could stay the night. They had to sit at this table and had a cake nearby, and then somebody remarried them at somebody else's wedding. And I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Now, I know a lot of people, I don't want to say desperate, but that seemed a little bit desperate to me. And that just blew my mind when I heard that. And I was just like, wow. But anyway, Nicole she flies out to Egypt, and Mahood, before she arrived, Mahood meets up with some of his friends or whatever, talk about her arrival, and his friends or cousins, whatever they are, said that, he's never really had a girlfriend, he's kind of young and this and that, and, he don't really know what he's doing, basically. And so Mahood doesn't drive, which is fine, but he also has no job either. So, and he's just trying to take control of this relationship too. So he got his cousin to drive him to the airport, and Nicole comes off the airport, and they hug, because she was a little nervous about hugging him in the airport. She's like, I don't want to get in trouble and stuff, but he was like, no, we can hug. 5 minutes later, he tells Nicole to button up her jacket. Nicole has like this turtleneck on, this long shirt on, and like, I guess it wasn't covering, didn't cover like the front and the back that much. I thought it did. It didn't look like it didn't. I thought it did. And he told her to cover up, and she's like, you gotta be kidding me, we're starting this crap already, 5 minutes in. He's like, yeah, well, we'll talk about it more later. She was like, well, you're rude and everything. I'm not rude, we'll talk about that now later too. So yeah, Nicole Mahood, this is, like I said, this is another Eva Muhammad situation, but like, Nicole is scared, is so scared. Mahood has her right where he wants her. He has her right where he wants her. Nicole is scared. And she's scared to say anything. She's scared to do anything. And you should never be scared to the person you're married to. Just say, I'm really nervous about this couple. I'm really nervous because, I mean, I feel for her, but like, this is just not. Early predictions, I hope I'm wrong. I want all of these 6 couples to succeed. I want this to be all love. But some of these storylines are just kind of crazy. And this one is the craziest. And yes, there is a lot of rudeness going on. That's it on my review, guys. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm glad 90 Day the Other Way is back. Sorry there was a break last week because of the Super Bowl. It was a good Super Bowl. I'll be back on Wednesday, Thursday to do Married at First Sight, and then The Other Way for next week, and then Catfish starts, so we'll be doing Catfish. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see y'all soon.